Fill out forms A1, B, and D12. Pay the entry fee.
Hey, he's a magician!
Who's the head of this shithouse?
I am. Włodzimierz Konieczny, chairman of the Warsaw Anti-Thaumaturge Society. And you are either extremely insolent or stupid to come here, tempermancer.
My papa liked the word temperamencer. He was very hopeful it would catch on in Polish. I'd love to see his face right now.
Can you get to the point?
Well, well, if it isn't the troublemaker from the cemetery whom I have beat the shit out of once already, in the presence of the press to boot.
What are you doing here?
Let's talk like civilized people.
You can't talk to magicians. They're non-human like the vampires prowling the cemetery.
What do you want?
I've heard that your contributions, including entry fees, are spent on things besides brochures and banners.
Oh, what else then?
On helping hands that dig up coffins at Bawowski Cemetery at night.
What? Waldek, let's get out of here. I withdraw my candidacy.
Did you come here to ruin me?
And now I'll take a look around. Don't try any tricks. I felt something. Where is it? Hello.
Hello. Can I help you?
Do you roam cemeteries and fight vampires too?
What? No, I'm new here. They've only had me paint some banners for now.
I've seen them. I can tell you're talented.
It's just doodling.
I won't bother you anymore. Nothing can be kept secret from me.
Is there anything else you want to ask?
I know about your little secret. You don't work here out of passion, do you?
Is it necessary to enjoy one's job?
You work for someone else, don't you? For the Russians, not the WAS.
You must be crazy. I don't snitch to anyone. Leave me alone.
I have a document that might compromise Mr. Konieczny.
Why should I care?
Your supervisors will be keenly interested in this evidence, I presume.
But I've told you.
Just take this letter and do what you deem right with it. I'm sure it will help you get a better assignment than this one.
Well, just leave it with me. But I still don't know what you're talking about.
What do you want, Tempermancer?
I thought the Ochrana would be interested in your activities and sent them some of your compromising materials. They should be especially appreciative of how your organization gets its funding from the socialists. So the Ochrana sent me Czesława to you. Your snitch is just now strolling over to them, carrying all the evidence.
Liar.
Do you see her anywhere around here?
You will regret this, magician. There won't be a place on Earth that will hide you from the wrath of the righteous.
Fine. Just don't send your boys to the cemetery anymore. And send me a postcard from the Citadel. First of all, the WAS won't mess around here anymore.
Did you send them to hell, where they belong?
I turned the matter over to the secret police. Now the Ochrana will deal with them.
Ha! They'll bring them a fate worse than death. That's the way. But now that it's all over, would you be so kind as to make a donation? For the cemetery, of course. And to make sure important notices reach you as quickly in the future.
I'll be gracious. Please write a letter to my sister. She'll send you a check.
Thank you for looking kindly on an honest man. If you do expire someday, I'll get you the most exquisite hearse. God bless Mr. Shulsky.
Nothing can be kept secret from me.
Girls, we need to start over. The whole base layer. What's other stomping car out here for? You're making my people angry. Can't you see the work is in full swing here?
I'm just passing by. Do you have a problem with that?
I have a problem with people like you not giving a shit about people like me who work for people like you. And when in fear, then it's workers and the world unite. Why don't you start a fucking revolution?
Get lost! We want to earn our daily bread.
If you can't afford bread, why don't you eat cake?
Just you wait. We could use some exercise after all that carrying.
Are you sure, boss?
'Tis the final conflict.
Am I a magician or what? Yes, sir. Am I a magician or what? That wasn't too hard. What is it?
There, it's Shulsky, our mighty good chum.
Victor! Good to see you!
These two shivs claim you know each other. Is that true?
It depends what they did.
Well, just a stroke of rotten luck.
I asked you a simple question. Yes or no?
I've never seen them before. I swear on my father's life, and may he live forever.
You two-faced fucker! When the boss hears about this, it's over.
That's enough. Let's get them.
Good thing they're building the sewers, Shulsky. You'll have a place to hide.
Nothing can be kept secret from me. Do you have a problem, gentlemen?
We'll see about that. Do you have any documents?
What kind of...
The kind that says you can strut around here. This is a fancy neighborhood.
Give me your papers.
Oh, documents. How about these?
They look fine to me. Well, have a good day, sir.
Hi, Victor. Something held me up. Have you been waiting long?
Just a moment.
Welcome back to our favorite square. A lot of good memories,
That's true, I do have fond memories of this place.
You were so small. You, Ligia, and Petya would always race from the droshky to the booth.
And then we'd hold up the entire line until we finally decided what filling we wanted in our donuts.
And Ligia would always rush you.
That's because she only likes them with plum. Who does that? Anyway, I'm guessing you need my help.
You truly are your father's son. To the point. To the point. All right. It's about a certain incident at the Imperial Hotel.
Is it about the confusion that supposedly aroused during one of the recurrent soirees?
Do you know what happened there?
No, not at all. I wasn't there.
Good. Because the party you know nothing about attracted the interest of several important figures. I'm just saying. But that's not what I wanted to talk about.
I saw an article in the Courier. Someone fell from a balcony at the Imperial.
Yes, and it's linked to my son.
How is it linked to Petya? Is he all right?
Yes, he's fine. But you see, that wretched balcony is part of his apartment.
I didn't know Petya lived at the Imperial. He didn't mention it when I saw him at the funeral.
He rents an apartment. Says he's more comfortable that way. Closer to his friends. You know, I'd like to be more in touch with him.
You're not very close?
Since losing Helena, it's been up and down between us. My work kept me from devoting enough attention to him. Maybe I was too lenient with him.
Who was the guy who died?
Ludwik Krajewski. He and Petya were from two different worlds. You know, the Krajewskis are... they're not wealthy.
There's nothing wrong with that, but how did he and Petya meet?
That you'll have to ask my son.
And what role exactly am I here to play, Uncle?
Do what you do best. Use your powers to find out how Ludwig's death is connected to Petya. With all due respect to Stasio, I don't want to make the same mistake judging my only son as he did. I want to know the truth, whatever it is. And those Krajewskis. I know the press is trying to contact them. I fear that without your help, they might publish something untrue.
I'll go see Petya. And where can the Krajewskis be found?
They live in a courtyard-facing apartment of a tenement house, near the Imperial.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. Thank you. Go. I'll stay here for a while.
Nobody's home?
They are. They just won't answer the door. Tobiasz Fegin, the Warsaw Courier.
Maybe they want to mourn their son in peace rather than talk to the press.
What are you looking for here?
information, but I think my methods are more effective.
Then maybe I will leave, and later you can share something. Deal?
All right, if I learn anything interesting, I'll share it with you.
Great. It's a deal. I will hold you to your word.
You chased him away? Glory be! Thank you. Please, come in before he gets back. Let me at least offer you some tea.
Thaumaturge never fails me. There is something here.
Come in. Would you like some tea? My name's Krajewski. Zygmunt.
Viktor Szulski, thank you. Maybe later. I have a question.
Is it about Ludwig? Since you brushed that news hound off. All right. Ask away.
Do you get invaded by the press often?
Not a day passes without someone knocking at the door, sniffing around, reopening wounds, looking for a scoop. But each one of them also promises money. We're not wealthy, and after Ludwig's death, we have even less.
You could use some money now.
Sure, but I really don't know what I could tell the newshounds.
That's enough. Can I ask you about Ludwig's belongings?
You've looked around by now?
I found a photo of a young woman. Who is she?
This is Hannah, Ludwig's sweetheart. They had been seeing each other for a while. She was here not long ago, after what happened.
An elegant men's coat. Is it Ludwig's?
I don't have the heart to sell it. Ludwig liked it so much. Piecia gave it to him.
I've seen the doctor's bill.
I think this is trash.
Did Ludwig live here with you?
Not much recently. Piecia kept inviting him to all kinds of places. Parties, dances, horse racing.
Did it happen often?
What? Piecia's invitations? Yes. I would tell him Ruskies were not appropriate company for him.
Perhaps Ludwig was impressed with it all.
You bet. But if you ask me, Piecia was using Ludwig so that others would admire him for spending time with a poor man. So, there you have it.
That's enough. Goodbye.
You didn't introduce yourself, but I have my own ways of getting to the truth. W.S. Viktor Szulski. Are you one of those Szulskis? Stanisław's son?
No. What do you want?
Our little deal, remember?
The Krajewskis are in a miserable situation. Ludwig's mother is very sick and they can hardly make ends meet. The son's death was yet another blow. Soon, they will have to choose whether to do something illicit or let that woman die.
Sir, what kind of story is that? It's all the same in each of these tenement houses. Oh well, still, It was nice meeting you. In that case, until next time, Mr. W.
Hello.
Mr. Shulsky, hello. Shall I inform the authorities and hospitals, or shall I wait? Your last visit has become somewhat of a legend.
This time it'll be quiet, I promise. I'm here to see Pyotr Voronin.
Is Master Voronin moving out by any chance?
Never mind. Where can I find our pest?
Room 213, second floor. You've been there already.
So, same thing tonight, gentlemen?
You bet. I'll get some cognac.
It will help relax the atmosphere.
Who's this guy?
It's just my cousin. Hello, Victor. Meet Thomas and Franz. Did you miss me?
I wanted to see how you've settled in.
Take a look around. It gets quite interesting here during my modest parties. Want some champagne?
About these parties, I think someone got lost on the balcony recently.
It was Papa who sent you, wasn't it? I told him to stay out of this. Tomas, Franz, show my cousin the door.
As you can see, I can be stubborn.
Congratulations. Franz and Thomas are tough customers. Well, speak up. I don't have all day.
What happened that night, from your point of view?
Thanks, cousin. It's hard for me to talk about it. He was my friend. We were having fun. Whiskey, cigars, and other amusements. Ludwig got drunk and went out on the balcony. He yelled something about wanting to get higher, even higher. And then there was a scream and a shriek from down below. I stepped out onto the balcony and Ludwig, he was down there, dead.
I went to see the Krajewskis.
How are they?
They remember how close you two were, how much Ludwig cherished your friendship and your gifts.
Really? The Krajewskis remember me?
How do you want to end it? Your friend is dead. He was someone's son.
Yes, the Krajewskis. I know they're poor, but I can help them with that.
They say the press is interested in them.
I've heard. I'm not worried about myself, but it may damage Papa's reputation. And it could take a toll on the Krajewskis too. I want to protect them. Money is no object. Hello? Who is it? Did she introduce herself? No, do not let her in under any circumstances. Damn it.
You have an unwelcome guest?
Mind your own business, cousin.
I insist you let me in!
I've already told you, madam. Master Voronin is not here.
Perhaps I could help you somehow. Let's talk.
Please do. Best of luck. I'd do anything for a short break from those annoying guests of his.
I will get to that bastard no matter what. Don't even try to throw me out.
Quite the opposite. I can help you. But first, I'd like to know why he didn't want to let you in.
Because he's afraid to look me in the eye. And I'm carrying his child.
I see. Pietya should hear the joyful news. Please give me a moment.
What now, sir?
Mr. Krajewski, is there a sum of money that could, at least, to some extent, make up for the loss of Ludwig?
No money can undo what happened.
But it might solve other problems. I will insist.
One more thing.
That's enough. You want justice for your son, but your wife is dying. You have no choice. That's why you will take the money I'm offering.
I'll accept the money.
And you won't tell anyone about it, especially the press?
No one.
Mr. Shulsky, can I help you?
Think about it. This lady can get away with doing a lot more to hotel guests than you ever could. Remember, she will only make life miserable for Pietya.
That's true. I hope the young master is happy to see you.
That's incredible. Thank you. I will go bring that bastard to his senses. Please join me. It will be quite the spectacle.
You let her in? Are you out of your mind?
You should ask yourself that question. Don't act like a brat. You're going to be a father.
Get out of here. I told you I would pay. Leave me alone.
I hope life teaches you a lesson someday.
Why are you standing like that?
I can see something interesting in you, cousin.
What the hell are you talking about?
Aren't you ashamed to turn Anna away like that? Is that how your father raised you?
Nobody asked for your advice.
You'll enjoy yourself while she is dispossessed. She'll end up in the streets, together with your child. 2 lives in 1 blow. Well done. What was a poor man like Ludwig doing with a rich bachelor like you?
Don't say that. I did him a favor by buying a new life for him.
A prince leaning over a pariah. Wasn't that right?
I made his life better. Why did you come back? To harass me? Your father should have drowned you rather than send you to Paris.
Soon you will be free and you will take it all back. Are you all right?
Yes. I haven't felt this good in a long time. It's like someone lifted a shroud from my head.
How did Ludwig really die?
Ludwig, we made a bet. Drunk. I was going to pay him for walking on the railing, like in a circus. We even signed a contract. It was Hanya's idea. I guess she was afraid I would trick them.
Where can I find her?
She was Ludwig's girlfriend. She works at Lock, Stock and Barrel. I hung around with Ludwig just for show, to be honest. He didn't deserve it. I was a little harsh on you.
Don't mention it. Although, if you want to make it up to me...
Then?
I know a girl who is waiting for your apology.
Damn. Anna.
Beer?
I'd like to ask about Hanya.
Hey, Zdenek! There's a stalker here asking about Hanya. Grab your buddies and get them to stop bothering her.
What's going on here? I've just come to work to find all this hustle and bustle. The boss said you asked about me. What is it?
Miss Hanya, I'm Victor. I know you're in possession of a certain contract. Someone at the Imperial Hotel wanted to become the third Wright brother, but his flight was even shorter.
He sent you here, didn't he? To keep me quiet. I'll scream.
There's no need. Just hand me that contract and I'll be gone. I will take that burden off your shoulders.
Take it. I don't need it. It's nothing but trouble. I'll go get it. Here, their contract.
Thank you. Tell me, what really happened that day?
Ludwig and Pietia were both drunk and made a bet. If Ludwig walked on a railing, Pietia would pay him. A lot. Ludwig was confident. He teetered, and...
Why didn't you get rid of the contract? You could have destroyed it.
I wanted to, but I was afraid Pietia would send someone after me to save himself. The contract is proof of his guilt. But it was my idea for them to sign it. The Krajewskis could use some money. We could have gotten married, gotten away. It doesn't matter now. Take it.
I'll be going.
Anya, quit chatting. There's beer to be sold.
I hope you'll use this contract wisely.
What do you mean?
Pietia deserves to suffer after what he did.
Hello, Uncle.
What brings you here?
So what's new, Uncle?
Crime the underworld, as usual, thanks.
We need to talk about Pietia.
Great. Yes, you know what? Let's start walking again. It's kind of stuffy here, you know. And on the bench, I'll be able to think straight about what you're saying. Well, shoot, boy. No matter how much it hurts.
Ludwig and Pietia got drunk and they made a bet. Ludwig had to walk on the railing for a large sum of money from Pietia. We know how it ended.
Pietia. Pietia. What have you done?
There's one more thing. Evidence. Proof of Pietia's complicity. I believe you should have it. Well, you'll soon be a grandfather, Uncle. Congratulations.
So, my son will have an illegitimate child. Who's the poor girl?
The important thing is he wants to take care of her. He's taking responsibility.
Responsibility. Damn it, Victor. He should have thought that before. Is there anything else?
That's all, Uncle.
Thank you for taking care of that matter. I believe that if your younger self had that kind of support, your life could have been different.
Tell me, what will happen to Pietia now?
He will, as you said, take responsibility and marry the mother of his child. I will make him if I have to.
Unfortunately, from what I understand, the Krajewskis have finally agreed to talk to the press.
Maybe it's better that way. Don't worry about it.
What are you going to do with that contract?
What do you think I should do?
I don't know.
It's getting late. I'll take a walk and think. Good night.
Good night, Uncle.
Mr. Shulsky, come in. What's new?
I've got some fresh ideas for you.
I see what it is you are getting at, but the collection still seems to have some missing pieces. Please, keep looking. We need bold concepts, unusual combinations. I'm counting on you. Meanwhile, I shall attend to my work. Please, excuse me.
I won't bother you.
All right.
Nice rugs. They smell like downtown.
What are you sniffing around here for, Outlander?
I try not to cross anybody.
Weaklings shouldn't venture into Powiśle.
Maybe he's the murderer. The young master was bored and came to Powiśle for a taste of gore.
He'll taste it all right.
His own.
Hey, you can't be here.
Cayetan doesn't allow it.
I don't like you, Sonny.
He's got nice shoes, though.
I wish I didn't buy them at all.
Well, I don't like that kind of resignation.
But I still like your shoes.
Is the painting finished?
Nope. The police took the body before I could finish. But I'm sure something new will appear soon.
Can I ask you a question?
Whatever.
I think painting those bodies has become something very important to you.
I hadn't thought about it that way.
It seems it has given your life a new meaning.
Do you really think so?
Aren't you afraid you might be arrested? You're always the first one at the body. You paint it. To me, you look like a murderer.
Me? Why? The bodies appear on their own. Besides, let the police worry about that.
If they catch the murderer, there will be no more dead bodies to pose.
Right. I hadn't thought about that. I don't understand.
It seems that while contemplating the lack of sense in life, you did find something you care about.
Right. But that doesn't make sense. Why is it that in trying to go with the flow, I end up paddling harder? Where did I go wrong?
Beautiful. I wonder if you developed it when you tried to kill yourself, or if you had it before. It is your doubt, your resignation, your nihilism. It's time to free you from it.
Can you hear me? Take a step back from him.
What? What are you doing?
They're arresting me, that's what.
You've got the wrong man, Pyelevin.
That is up to the examining magistrate to decide. Let's take him.
Tell them what you told me. You are not the killer.
What difference does it make?
Pyelevin, you know he's not the one.
What can I do? This case is taking too long anyway.
How are you going to sleep after this?
I'm going to booze it up till I fall asleep. Preferably in moonshine.
And now it starts to rain.
Get it away from me! I don't want to touch it.
Yellow belly.
Shut up! Hey, you! What do you want here?
What is that you're playing with?
It's a hook from a real dead man. A dead man's hook. Quiet, you dolts!
This hook is from the fisherman's victim, isn't it?
So what if it is? What's it to you? They've already caught the murderer.
What if I tell you that they didn't? That they caught the wrong man?
The fuck they did? Get lost! Unless we trade for it. Got anything interesting to barter with?
And what would you like for the hook?
A cannon.
A saber!
Well, you heard him. If you bring us a cannon or a saber, we'll give you the dead man's hook.
That should be doable. There were some old blunt sabers in Father's office.
Go away now. You're boring.
What do we have here? Salut!
Salut? Have you heard this fancy pants?
You have the makings of a good detective. I could use the help of someone as smart as you in my investigation.
I'd like to help.
That's commendable of you. Then the first step would be to give me back the hook.
Don't give it back. Don't be a sucker.
Shut it! I want to help the police with their investigation. Got it? If you got a problem with that, you can fuck right off. Here. So what now?
Now I'll examine the hook and keep looking for other clues.
Piotr's a lickspittle for the coppers.
Shut your mouths! Or you lose even more teeth. I'll help you. Come find me near Antiaja's brothel. We can resume the investigation there. Alright, enough of this. Let's leave this place. So then I tell him, stick that rubble up your ass. I've got my honor.
You sure are a canny lad.
Hello.
I'm on my break. Come back later.
I sent him, Auntie Clara. We're doing an investigation together.
You're always up to something, Piotrush. What investigation?
What are we doing here?
What do you mean? The aunties are the key to the world of information. They know and hear more than anyone else in Powiśle.
Are you his actual aunt?
You really are a tourist. Of course they're not. But I prefer them to the real ones. They always help me somehow when I'm in trouble. They'll dress a wound, give me an apple, or a beer.
Piotrush, nothing gets by you. You remember that lady's gloves? I said I liked them once, and he brought them to me the next day.
Well, just say the word.
What do you know about the fisherman?
All I know is he's in jail. Finally. This cursed place can breathe a little.
He's not in jail, though. We're looking for the real one.
Piotrush, is that the investigation you're playing?
What do you mean, playing? We're both dead serious and committed, Auntie.
You better watch out. You'll get in trouble.
What next, partner?
It's not over yet. Now, we split. You go grill the other aunties, and I'll see you later. After dark, some of them work here, and others in the streets. Remember to tell them I sent you. Piotrek Justa, that is. And ask better questions this time.
Watch him. If anything happens to him, it's your fault.
Hello.
I can't stand this weather. Can I help you?
Have you seen anyone suspicious here lately?
Other than you? This is Powiśle. Everyone's suspicious here.
What are you selling?
My late husband's junk. I don't need to look at all of this if I can't look at him.
I'm sorry for your loss.
No point brooding over it. The river giveth, and the river taketh away.
I have to go now.
Goodbye.
Good evening.
Good evening. What do you want?
I bet he's a customer. Do you want to put him off?
How do I know if he's a customer or not? Bad things happen in this weather.
You're right. What brings you here?
What do you know about the fisherman?
What an odd question. Unless... God, it's him! He came to kill us!
But they just got him. That freak who painted corpses was the fisherman. He created inspiration for himself. Right?
Take it easy. I was sent here by Piotrek Justa.
Somehow I don't believe you. Maybe you got him too, fisherman.
Piotrek introduced me to Auntie Clara too. I assure you they are both alive. I just want to talk to you.
Well, if you hang around with Piotrek, you can't be the fisherman. Especially if you're that handsome.
This is Auntie Clementina, and you can call me Auntie Anastasia, like the Tsar's daughter.
But we don't know anything about the fisherman, and we'd rather not talk about him.
I'll be off now.
Too bad. I felt safer with you around.
Good evening.
Cloud behind the corner, 5 kopecks. Naked in a bed, 15. A blower will cost you 3. Unless you just want to watch something, then it's 2. If it's something else you're after, you can fuck off, or I'll call for help.
Piotrek Justa sent me. He's a nice kid.
Piotr sent you? Well, why didn't you say so? I'll give you a discount then.
No, that's not why I'm here. I just want to talk.
Well, fire away before someone is onto us.
The fisherman. Have you heard anything about him?
Only the things everyone's been prattling on about. But if it's information you want, buy yourself a newspaper. 2 kopejkas. Any other questions? Or should we get to the point?
I'll let you get back to work. Goodbye.
What more do you want from me?
Who was the last victim? You must know their name.
I do, but you don't have anything to convince me. Is there anything else?
I got the hook from the victim's body. Local kids had stolen it.
I already have a few of these.
Because of it, I know, let's call it, the scent of the murderer. The Thaumaturge could be useful in a case like this.
But the case is closed. That's enough. When I get sober, I put you in jail, I swear. Now leave me alone.
We'll see about that. I'll find out why you're so reluctant to run this investigation, and then we'll resume it together.
What? You're going to cast a spell on me, magician?
Who knows? Don't go anywhere. I felt something. Where is it?
Of all the joints in Povyśla, you walk into this one again.
You won't give up that easy. Deep down, you're not that kind of man. Tilting at windmills has dimmed your investigator's instinct, but you won't give them the satisfaction.
I don't have the strength.
I do. Let's bring this case to a close. Let's find the real fisherman.
You're right. The dubber is innocent. I'm not going to fall in with a heartless system where all that matters is the quarterly performance. Come, I'll show you the body. It's still in the ice room, unless the pallbearer took it. I'll tell you the rest of the story there.
Wiktor Szulski, Thaumaturge.
Antoni Nigorevich Pielewin.
Lead the way.
I hope I don't regret it, Thaumaturge. There he is. Tadeusz Pielecha, a Powyśle man. Childless, 46 years old. He was a fisherman. Ну, Thaumaturge, за дело.
He has multiple wounds and bruises.
Yeah, he was tortured before he died. But the immediate cause of death was a strong hit to the back of the head. Stunned like a fish. It's a joke.
I presume it's his trademark.
Yes, he always puts pebbles in place of gouged out eyes. Ordinary river pebbles, probably collected at the local wharf.
Any personal items? Something could have been imprinted on them. His emotions, thoughts, anything.
All he had was his wedding ring. But we gave it back to the widow because she was crying that she wanted to have a memento of her husband.
We should ask her to show this wedding ring to us. Where can I find the widow?
She lives in a house on the corner, between the marketplace and Yaja's brothel.
Pileha wasn't the fisherman's first victim. What about the others?
There was another fisher, a porter, a traveling saleswoman, but this is our best clue.
Were other victims from around here as well?
Some spent all their lives in Powiśle. Others were passing through, and they were just unlucky.
Then it's certain the fisherman lives in the area and knows it well. Which means he probably also keeps his victims somewhere around here.
And then just drops them on the bank?
Did he have a family?
We only know about the wife. They didn't seem to get along.
All right, the autopsy's over. When did Pileha's wife report he was missing?
She admitted she was worried her husband had been gone for 3 days. She did take her time.
Maybe she was the one who killed him.
Why don't you talk to her? If you need me, I'll be at the moonshine.
A friend of Piotrusz's. You can ask, just be discreet.
What about Tadeusz Pielecha? Do you know anything about him?
What a miserable chap. No one could ever cheer him up. It must be really hard for his wife now. A friend of a friend saw him in a moonshine often. A local joint.
I know where it is.
Anything else?
Thank you for being willing to talk to me. Goodbye.
Give my best to Piotruś.
Hey, what are you up to? Bothering the lady? Nothing comes for free.
I was only asking the lady a few questions. I'll take my leave.
Over my dead body.
Forget it. This is nothing, really. Just idle chit-chat, that's all.
I'm supposed to step in if any fishermen or others can't bother you. So I am. Unless you want to be left alone. And you? Come here. Losing a few teeth will teach you not to waste the hooker's time.
Yes?
Do you have any valuables to sell? Like jewelry?
What jewelry? Look at me. I had Pieleha's ring, but I sold it to a pawn shop. Money don't stink, you know. They didn't want anything else anyway.
And where is this pawn shop?
At Browarna Street. But it's probably closed at this time.
I have to go now.
Goodbye.
Howdy, partner.
The kid says you two work together. Is that true?
That's right. At least he doesn't drink as much as you.
You know it! I'm the only reason this investigation's going anywhere. If only they gave me some sort of badge for this. That sure would be something.
How are things? Have you got anything new?
Let's recap.
Did you ask aunties like I told you?
Don't interrupt.
Pileha's widow already sold her husband's ring to the pawn shop.
I was about to tell you that.
That's a good one.
We're standing in front of the deceased's favorite joint, supposedly.
I've heard they've got some decent beer in there.
I bet you have.
I'll be off now.
Let me know if you find anything.
You again? You are looking for trouble, I swear to God.
Is it the weather that has this effect on you?
One more word, and we will take you out.
I'm a friend of Piotr Kusta.
Hey, do you hear the kind of names being tossed around here? You better find some friends your own age. Pervert. Get that fancy pants.
Anybody else got a problem with me? I thought so.
Just no brawling, please. What can I get you?
It's nice in here. I like the decor. Why the moonshine?
It sells best. We've just run out. Have anything else to say?
I know Tadeusz Pielecha liked to come here.
Wouldn't you rather have a drink? I don't feel like talking about Tadek.
You miss him, so do the others. You've known him for ages, and now the mere mention of his name tears a hole in your heart. Help me, and I will do him justice.
Yeah, it's a damn shame. If he went back to his wife that night rather than here, I guess he'd be still alive.
That means he spent his last night here?
Yeah, when he left, that was the last we ever saw him. It was pissing down that night too. And a few days later, he was lying sprawled out on the river bank like a dead fish.
Did you talk to him?
Tadek did more drinking than talking. He only complained that Yadja had him removed from the brothel. He didn't avail himself of it, and he wouldn't pay for nothing. Other than that, no. He was a man of few words.
I suppose you don't have many customers on rainy nights like that. Can you remember who else was here?
Just regulars. Same as today, some hookers come by at times. Today we've got one copper and one intrusive posh boy, which is unusual. I mean you.
Did Pielecha leave alone?
Gienek, the steel worker, left with him, but he came back shortly after and passed out in the corner. Then a hooker went out, probably to work.
Do you remember which one?
Clara. She's the caring one. She chums around with that little shit Yusta.
I'll be off now.
Good riddance.
What now?
Do you remember Mieszko Setsemin? He was a lone shark around here.
And you're asking me because?
No reason.
And so?
I'd like to see your jewelry.
Gems? Bangles? Spangles?
Wedding rings. Golden.
Uh-huh. Congratulations.
Preferably from a stiff. I know you've got one here.
What does a magician need a ring like that for?
I've already told you. I'm getting married.
I do have one, but it's not for sale. It brings me luck.
Can I just take a look at it?
No looking.
I'll be back.
No need.
Can you feel it? It's the smell of mystery.
What now?
You can feel evil energy creep out from every corner surrounding you. You're afraid you might be hexed. You don't realize you bring bad luck on yourself.
How so?
Don't you know dead people's things, especially personal items, attract restless souls? Can you hear the whispers? Is it the wind? It's strangely cold here.
Take this cursed ring away from me. I don't want it.
I'll happily rid you of this potential curse.
Is the gent looking to forget his worries for a while? Discretion guaranteed. I haven't had an angry wife come here yet.
Are you the owner of this establishment?
Of course, precious. Welcome to Auntie Yaja's bawdy house.
Tell me about this place.
All right, precious. Ask away.
When you send your girls out to work, aren't you concerned about their safety?
You must be the reason Anastasia and Clementina came back crying. Do you know how long it took me to calm them down?
At least here they are safe.
They are safe out there. Is that clear?
Are all the girls local? I know places like this offer lodgings to those arriving in the city in exchange for their services.
If you're implying something, precious, I can assure you that all the ladies here work of their own free will. Imagine coming here to be a cleaner or teach children, and then the only thing anyone really wants to pay you for is your ass. I'm the reason they can make a living. No offense, precious, but you have no idea what it's like.
Does Piotr Justa live here too?
That one always finds his way around. He's a nitwit. The girls like him and he likes them. As long as he knows his place, he can hang out here.
Where are his parents?
Who knows? He's a foundling.
I've heard Tadeusz Pilecha came here the day before he died.
You're not from around here, precious, are you? What are you snooping around for?
A Thaumaturge's habit. So has he been here or not?
He seemed odd, and he didn't pay, and I value our time, so I had him kicked out.
Do you remember which girl he spent his time with that day?
Not at all.
Can I take a look around the rooms where you receive customers?
No, precious. Whoever enters the rooms must pay first. That's the rule.
Let's make a deal. You let me in, and I'll settle Pilecha's debt. Will 5 rubles cover it?
10.
Fine. In fact, the establishments of Śródmieście aren't as expensive as my sister told me.
Go on. Upstairs with you. Just don't scare my girls.
Can you feel it? It's the smell of mystery. Auntie Clara, what did you do to the boy?
Piotrush's older friend. I expected this to be only a matter of time. I warned you he would get hurt.
Why is he lying still? What did you do to him?
For now, he's only sleeping. The little angel. Like the others. Don't be a hero, or the lad's done for.
Let's not be rash. Let's talk.
Indeed. Everything would have worked out if it wasn't for this pesky kid.
Why are you even doing this?
Why wouldn't I be doing this? Why wouldn't I slaughter those stinking sods? My only regret is that I didn't start sooner.
Your brother. What is it that he's done to you?
Brother? Daft prick is more like it. He raised me after our parents died. Raised me with a heavy hand. I hated him, but I also only had him.
You killed him too?
I dreamed about it every day. Until he finally died on his own in a stupid accident. Blithering idiot. He managed to take even that from me. The satisfaction of his death. It's not even about my brother this time. It's about this cursed city.
You're not from here. Warsaw wasn't kind to you, was it?
Kind? Warsaw devoured me. It chewed me up and shut me out. I came here with the hope of leaving everything behind me. I was a good girl. I wanted to find a job and start a new life. I didn't have any prospects. Whoring turned out to be the only option. It wasn't until I finally got the courage to kill my first river-stinking customer that I felt that there must be some sense in all this. No, not sense. There is no sense. Pleasure.
You know, I hate Warsaw myself. Sometimes I would like to sink this city, but making peace with it is simpler.
That's it. I'm done talking.
Wait! You can't stand the smell of fish. Why?
Because the past stinks of fish. He only needed to swing his arm to make me nauseous. The stench of fish lingered long on my skin. Now I'm relieving the world of it.
You won't hurt him the same way you were hurt because you don't hate him. I have seen and felt how carefree you become in his presence, as if he gave you back moments of childhood that you never had.
I'm sorry, Piotrush.
Now, we'll leave together.
No, magician. Piotrush has all the time in the universe. I don't.
Stop! What the fuck is this place? Who's this woman? Is she...
She's your fisherman. She's the one behind.
Fucking hell. I knew I would regret it. Don't tell me the kid is dead too. Well?
He's alive.
Then wake him up and let's get out of here. It really stinks of fish.
Everything okay? You alright?
Alright. Yeah. I'm alright.
You're lucky the kid's in one piece. How could you be so irresponsible and act alone?
There was no time to think. I had to act fast.
And I think you followed your pride.
Mr. Great Thaumaturge.
What will happen to Cayetana now?
The perpetrator is deceased, so now I have to tie all the murders to her corpse. It'll take a while without a testimony. Seeing as you've bungled everything here, I'm tempted to hold your painter until he croaks.
Just tell me when you release him.
I'll call you.
I'm sorry I didn't notify you before.
Apologizing won't change the fact that the murderer is dead.
I'm sorry for dragging you into this, lad.
Nah, forget about it. The risk comes with the job. But I guess you'll have to conduct your next investigation without me.
How did you end up on this table?
I found this dive, and as I was going to get you, Auntie Clara showed up. Then, I don't remember.
I understand. Would you ever think she's the murderess?
No. This is where my intuition failed. I also didn't anticipate that she'd take her life like this.
I'll be waiting for your call regarding Cayetana's case, Commissioner.
Sure.
Goodbye.
Take care, partner. We did good.
Let's go. I'll show you the police station.